let's move to this video. Now, have you guys seen this video? Do you guys know who this guy is? We are not talking about Pogo, the member of Marilyn Manson. That's a different Pogo. There is another Pogo who is named DJ Pogo, who does these remixes of Disney movies into like electronic songs. And he's very popular. You've never heard of him, Claudia. Okay. Neither has Steven. Okay. So he's very popular. But a long time ago, like probably 8 years ago, he made this video. And I'm going to play it for you in a second, but first I want to point out the fact that you can see he has a red gas can in the corner of the frame next to that little drawer. There's a red gas can, a gasoline canister. Which, the thing about trolls is that sometimes trolls will put little details in their videos to let you know that something's off, to let you know that they're trolling, to let you know that they're not actually being serious about what they're saying. And that is a little detail. Like, who just has a red gas canister in their office or bedroom, wherever this is? It kind of indicates that something's amiss. So I'm going to play the video all the way through. I'm not going to comment on it. It's only 2 minutes and 42 seconds. And then we're going to talk about it, okay?
Hey there, folks. I thought I'd jump on really quickly and just answer a question that I get all the time. Why did you call your YouTube channel Faggotron, as in faggot and then tron? Well, I've never actually told anybody this story. I've always tried to avoid telling people the truth and just kind of give them something a bit more PC. But no, I'm going to be totally straight up and down with you guys this time, because, you know, you come on my channel, you deserve my honesty. I came up with Faggotron because I've always had a very thorough dislike of homosexuals. I've never liked a grown man acting like a 12-year-old girl. I've always found that to be quite disgusting. And so I thought to myself, how best can I express to the world that gays are just an abomination? Or I guess to be a bit more PC about it, how can I express to the world that I view gays as an abomination? So I thought, well, here in Australia, we will like to call, well, I think in America as well, you guys like to call gays fags or faggots. I think nothing encapsulates really the sissiness of a gay guy quite like the word faggot, you know? So I thought to myself, well, I'm going to call myself Faggotron, and hopefully people get it. Hopefully, well, I wanted to be subtle with the whole thing, you know, because it turns out that Fargo in German is actually bassoon. So what you've got there is actually bassoonatron on my YouTube channel, but it doesn't really make much sense because I don't play the bassoon. But what I do is I have a fairly robust resentment of the gay community. I don't want to really get into this, but when there was the Orlando shooting and the guy was shouting Allahu Akbar or something, I was like, but yeah, I've got to be a bit careful with that because, well, you know, I don't like gays. But I don't want to see people getting killed in nightclubs either. But still, I mean, you know, it's just fantastic. It amazes me to see the West actually welcoming in a culture through the floodgates that once gays dead. I think that's fantastic. So there you go, guys. A quick story behind my username, Faggotron.
Okay. I don't know about you, but to me, I think anyone who watches that video and thinks that he's being serious is either a fucking retard or just has very little experience with the internet. This is so clearly a put on. I mean, one of the things that's very, like, intentionally hilarious about this is that he says, I named myself Faggotron to signal how much I dislike homosexuals. You wouldn't do that. Nobody would call themselves a faggot in order to talk about how much they hate homosexuals. But he knows that that's absurd on the face of it. And so he knows that if anyone with a brain watches this, he's just going to laugh. He's just going to find it funny. He's just going to be like, okay, this guy's clearly not being serious. Well, here's the punchline I've been building up to.
Over a homophobic rant that's highlighted a major legal loophole. The DJ posted the anti-gay tirade online, but unlike in other states, he can't be charged under anti-vilification laws.
I've always had a very thorough dislike of homosexuals.
Perth-based Nick Birdkey is a YouTube star. Also known as DJ Pogo, now he's broadcasting his hatred of the gay community to more than 700,000 subscribers.
Gays are just an abomination.
Even praising the Orlando nightclub shooting, which left 49 people dead.
It amazes me to see the West actually welcoming in a culture through the floodgates that once gays dead.
But in WA, a legal loophole means the 29-year-old is unlikely to face criminal charges. New South Wales, Queensland, the ACT and Tasmania have anti-vilification laws, but they don't exist in WA.
And that covers hate speech and things.
I like how they call it a legal loophole. It's freedom of speech, my friend. We have it in the United States. It's called the First Amendment. You should get it in Australia, you freaking barbarians. Jesus Christ.
Of that nature, and that would make it far more likely to achieve a conviction.
Not having a law is not a loophole.
What have I done? My goodness.
That's not what a
Today,
loophole
in a
is,
statement,
morons.
Nick Birdkey said he has no hate for the gay community. The video was a satirical piece made in very bad taste.
So they even show that he admits that it was satire. He admits, I didn't even watch this video. I didn't know he even made this statement. But I knew just from watching that that troll video he made. I knew just from the content of the video that it was fake, because he was clearly signaling that it was fake. It was clearly meant to be a joke. Yeah, send it over, Claudia, on Discord. It was clearly meant to be a joke. But it's so dishonest how now 9 News Perth in Australia, or not now, back then, they were like, oh yeah, this video that's clearly fake, anyone with a brain can tell that it's just him having a laugh. And the dude admits that he was having a laugh. Oh, we should be prosecuting this guy for hate speech. Oh, and it's due to a legal loophole that he's not being... It's not a loophole when you just don't have the fucking law. The law exists in New South Wales and Victoria. It doesn't exist in Western Australia, where this guy lives. You can't call that a loophole. That's not a loophole. A loophole is when there's like a weird exception that you can figure out to like, oh, if I do this thing, I can like get around the law that exists. The law doesn't exist where he lives. It's not a loophole. It's just so stupid. And there's like no valuation of free speech here. Like, even if this guy was legitimate, even if this guy was saying he actually believes this, I still wouldn't want him to go to jail for that. Because like, what kind of precedent? Well, not go to jail. Get fined, probably. I mean, it's a criminal charge, but it's not like a jail criminal charge, probably. It's a fine criminal charge. But even so, I wouldn't want him to get fined for this because, like, he's just speaking his mind, man. We all have the right to our opinion. Now, it's unfortunate that some people actually do think the way this fictional version of him thinks. But come on, Fagatron, you think that was serious? You really think Fagatron was serious, guys? Guys. Damn, the First Amendment of the Constitution is such a big loophole. Yeah, I know. Guys, we realize that in America there exists this legal loophole where you can say what you want and not get fined for it. We need to somehow figure out a way to close that loophole. It's called the First Amendment of the Constitution. What an idiot. God, whoever wrote this news story was freaking... And the funny thing is, you know, like, I could call him an idiot, but, like, honestly, just being a malicious, hypocritical prick is probably more likely. Given the kind of people they have writing these news stories. Yeah.
Has Asperger's and bipolar, so his sense of humour and empathy is muddled. And he's very sorry to the people he may have offended.
It's just disgusting. And there's no way you can brush this off as a joke. You know, if you say those words and they come out your mouth, that's just unforgivable.
The YouTube star still hasn't removed the video. Rebecca Johns, 9 News.
And just moments ago, YouTube removed the video for violating its hate speech policy.
Yeah, okay. Unless you're Julian Assange, it's a loophole. I have one more video on the playlist. And because we were talking about Fagatron, you know, I found this movie. It's called Captain Fagatron Saves the Universe. And guys, I have to show you this trailer. Asperger's, yeah, that's how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Nurse! Doctor! I feel fabulous!
By the way, John Waters is going to be in an upcoming episode of Hell of a Boss, and I'm so excited. Dude, like, it's awesome that they got a legend like John Waters to be on that show. And it's like exactly the kind of show that he should be on. It's just like a crass, foul-mouthed, gay as fuck show. Like, I bet that John Waters is now a fan of that show. Because he's the kind of guy who would be. I'd love to hear him talk about it.
Captain, something terrible happened. I got tangled up some years ago with a being named Queen Bitch. A creature from Oberon. I stole her ring and she's been after me since. This ring is special. In 3 days, Venus, Uranus and Neptune will all align on the sky. If she masturbates and comes on the ring on the exact moment of their alignment, the anus of hell will open and the demons of the underworld will be released and sodomize all virgins on earth, turning everyone into homosexuals. Yeah.
What if we can be normal? Why be normal when you can be extraordinarily fabulous? It is my duty to activate the ring, and my joy to live.
Some Brandon Rogers shit. It kind of is, yeah.
I'm effect for your planet.
Let the planet turn gay. Who cares?
Soon in your local cinema, provided we get more money for the post-production, which is expensive, especially because we need some good special effects and music. I mean, can you imagine Captain Fagatron swinging his sweet booty to some crappy Creative Commons tunes? The diva needs a full orchestra to give you the goods, so get ready to open that wallet wider than a power bottom's butthole for these queens and make it rain, baby. But seriously, we really do need some more money in order to finish our film, which we know you want to see. I love that. That's great. I want to watch this movie on stream. I don't know if I can get away with it because it is copyrighted, I assume. But it's out. They finished the movie. And you know what? I'll probably just try it anyway. Even if I can't get away with it, I'll just try because, you know, it can't hurt me. It's not like I'm going to get a strike. At most, I'll get blocked. So can't hurt me to try.